weeks ago I did a video, I think I called it Arpeggios and Blues Changes, where what I was doing, I highlighted that some of these arpeggio patterns, a shape can just repeat and you can use it in a couple of different positions for each chord. And it was this, so when we worked off this first shape, we were doing that, and then we could do the same thing off the 12th fret of the A. It's all A7, by the way. And then when we move to the 4 chord, we got a D, we could do that same shape. And then we could do it off the low E for the D. And same for the E and so on. So I was doing a lesson this week with one of my students, and what we were doing, we were messing around with that shape, just in the key of A. But we were going down that shape, then going into the minor pentatonic in that area and back up the minor pentatonic. And what you're doing there is basically mixing the major and minor. Because when we look at this A7 arpeggio, it's dominant 7, it's got the major third. And the minor pentatonic has a minor third in it, just behind it. And whenever we're getting that minor third in the minor pentatonic, we want to give it a bit of a twist, just sort of hint at that major third. So this exercise now, so if we take this, the shape from the last lesson, so out of this A dominant 7 off the 12th fret, and then what we're going to do, we're going to come up the minor pentatonic in that spot. Actually, let's do it in position out of the first sort of position, then we'll move over to that. So we're gonna go down this G shape, and then we're gonna come down that same pattern again, and then we're gonna go right back up the minor pentatonic. So we went down the arpeggio from the G shape into the E, and then we go down the arpeggio again, same notes. And there's a great spot then. So we're on that root. We've just got our first finger on the high E of the 8th fret. That's our minor third. And that puts us in the extension of the minor pentatonic. And then we're going to go back into box 1 minor pentatonic. So that's the exercise out of that box. And we could go back even further. Coming into that major third at the end of it. So that's a good exercise. So remember, you've got the minor pentatonic and the extension there, and that's what we're coming up back through it. So if we could do it there from the G to into the E shape, and then back up the minor pentatonic, then when we've got this shape here at the 12th fret off our A root, we could do the same thing, but we're only going to go down the arpeggio once to there. So remember, here we went through it twice. Once, twice. That's because we're starting on the low E. When we do it in this position, we're starting off the A. So if we do it, I mean, you can do it. It means we're going to come right up on the high E. And what we want to do is sort of stop in box 5. Then we're going to come up box 5, and then through into box 4. So let's. So when we go into that root, we need that minor third, which in this box it's not here because of the B string. It's now, if you get your middle finger, it's on the 13th fret of the B string. Give that a tweak. Back to your root. And that's basically sticking you straight back in the minor pentatonic. Again here, 10th fret of the D string is your minor third. Root. Minor pentatonic run. Same there. You could go from that minor third into the major third, which is right next door, and then grab our root 10th fret of the B string. Back into box one. So you can start connecting all this stuff up across the neck using the arpeggios and the minor pentatonic. So there, so remember here, in this box here, you've also got the BB box, which is also, so remember the major pentatonic here, octave higher, so our root, minor pentatonic, if we switch to our first finger, we've got that root and we can slide up 14 to 16 on the D and grab that root with our first finger. Oh, sorry. So the BB box, while we're on the BB box, if you come up the minor pentatonic in this box, drop back to the flat 7, and then when we grab the 5 with our third finger, instead of coming back up the extension, if we slide up a whole step and then grab the root with our first finger, you've just done the same thing. It's basically the BB box on this lower set of strings. So it's sliding from the 5, which is fret 7 of the A string, up to the 9th fret of the A, and then grabbing the root with our first finger, D string on the 7th fret. You're doing the same as that, that when you've come up box 5. Mistakes there. So we're connecting up these A7, A dominant 7 arpeggios, and they fit perfectly over the minor pentatonic. Wherever you've got one, you've got minor pentatonic underneath it. So remember, wherever you got that major third, behind it is the minor third. So, for example, in this box, this chord of our A string, we've got. We've got our minor pentatonic box 5. Yeah, box 4 right behind it, which you can. I look at that as the major pentatonic or the BB box. Hope that stuff helps. If you want a Zoom lesson or a private lesson, just give me a shout and we can go over any of this stuff. If you've got any questions, just pop it below, send me an email, send me a WhatsApp, anything you want. Have a good one.